What if I told you there's a 5,000-year-old mystery language hiding in plain sight? Welcome to the Indus script. The script was first identified in 1875 by British archaeologist Alexander Cunningham on a Harappan seal drawing. Since then, about 5,000 inscriptions have been excavated from more than 60 sites. Across Pakistan and northwest India, most were found on small stone seals, usually no bigger than 2 to 3 square centimeters, though some were carved into pottery, tools, copper tablets, and even ivory. The seals often feature animal motifs like bulls and these strange horned creatures that some call unicorns, but we don't know what they mean yet. We also don't know the language because, unlike Egyptian hieroglyphs, which were deciphered with the help of the Rosetta Stone, no bilingual texts have been found. We do know that many perishable materials like wood, leaves, and fabric were used to write on, but those texts have decomposed, so the ones we've found are mostly on stone, clay, and metal. Here's what we do know. The script had between 400 and 694 distinct signs, but only 31 occurred more than 100 times. The most frequent sign seems to be this one, which some call the jar sign. There are a few common features too. Many signs are pictograms of human figures, animals, fish, and other objects, while others are more abstract. Some look like early mathematical symbols. In fact, later research suggests that these two signs may have formed a numerical system. The downward stroke probably represented units or ones, while this semicircle shape signified tens or tens. The direction of writing is mostly right to left, as evidenced by the frequent left-side compression of longer texts. These longer texts also used boost, which means that every line alternates direction. This is similar to ancient Greek, and is thought to have developed for the same reason, to make long inscriptions easier to read. Most inscriptions average about 5 signs long, and the longest one has 26. But because they read so short, it's hard to find linguistic patterns. However, recurring sign sequences suggest that some formulas were used, such as lists of commodities, quantities, or administrative data. The Indus script was used from roughly 3500 to 1900 BCE, but by 1300 BCE it had faded away. During the second millennium, it was revived in South India in megalithic graffiti, which suggests that the culture that produced it survived in some form. So who wrote in the Indus script? The language it used is unknown, though some scholars have proposed links to Dravidian. The Dravidian language family includes modern-day Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada, among others. Supporters of this theory point to the fact that Brahui, a Dravidian language still spoken today in Pakistan, uses signs similar to the Indus script. They also point to substrate words in Vedic Sanskrit, the ancient language of the Hindu scriptures, which may have been influenced by an early Dravidian language. Tamil Nadu's recent research push is based on the idea that the Indus script was Dravidian as well. Other scholars propose that it was Paramunda or even an isolate, meaning it belonged to its own language family. This was suggested by Michael Witzel based on supposed Austroasiatic loanwords. Loanwords are words borrowed from another language. Think of English loanwords in Hindi like dokor and subhash. But wait, there's more. Hindutva scholars claim that the script can be tied to Vedic Sanskrit, while Tamil nationalists insist it was Dravidian. This controversy shows how ancient scripts can become entangled in modern politics. The Indus script is a Rorschach test for India's ancient identity. Each theory reflects modern politics as much as ancient history, so why should we care about deciphering it? Decoding the script would help us answer fundamental questions about pre-Vedic India. It would clarify the relationship between the Indus Valley Civilization and the Vedic culture, as well as India's ancient ethno-linguistic roots. It would also help us understand the nature and extent of global trade networks, especially those with Mesopotamia, where the Indus people were known as Mal. In the end, deciphering the Indus script would shed light on our own deep past. Asko Porpula, a Finnish scholar, believes that the Indus script was partly alphabetic, meaning some signs stood for whole words. He thinks that understanding its rebus principles, which is when a sign is both a word and a picture, will help decipher it. For example, this fish sign may have also meant min or fish. That's because Dravidian languages have a homophone, which is a word that sounds the same but has a different meaning. He's not alone. Iravatha Mahadevan, a professor at the University of Madras, agrees that the fish sign probably meant M and that the script had both linguistic and non-linguistic symbols. The latter included this blowpipe crucible, which may have meant gold or goldsmithing, and this rosary pea seed, which may have been used as a weight standard called rati. There is hope. Computational analysis of the script combined with new excavations like the one at Rakhigarh, where 6,000-year-old DNA was recently extracted, may finally unlock its secrets. The key is collaborative apolitical scholarship. The Indus script is our collective heritage, and deciphering it will require all of us. For now, it remains an enigma, a silent testament to humanity's first experiment with urbanization in South Asia. Thanks for watching. To learn more about the Indus script, check out the resources in the description. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing to stay updated on our latest episodes.